Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Wishing everybody a great week. I was thinking a little bit over Shabbos about carpools. My wife was remarking to me how it's incredible how many carpools we've missed over the last 3 months. We're blessed to have different children in different institutions, multiple different institutions, and therefore we have the opportunity to drive back and forth many times to many different places, even to Brooklyn. And it got me thinking about the value of time. Kind of one of the silver linings in this entire pandemic has been our most precious commodity, which is time, has actually really kind of exploded exponentially, in the sense that many of us find ourselves, or had found ourselves, with a lot more time on our hands. Even not having to daven b'tzibur, not having to go to shul, just the time it takes to go to shul and to get back from shul. And davening, obviously, with the community takes longer than it does to daven by yourself. And of course, if you go to shul in the morning and you go in the afternoon, you go in the evening. So it's really interesting. And then if you think about all the times that you were schlepping or driving kids and so on and so forth, there's a certain tranquility to life as we've kind of grown to know it over the last few months, in contrast to what it was beforehand. We were actually talking because Be'ez Hashem, the kids are going to start going to day camps in the coming weeks and months, and there is no busing for various reasons, and therefore we're going to be back into the realm of carpools. So without commenting, I could probably do a whole video and more on carpools and the role that it plays in our lives and what we learn from carpooling, etc. Maybe I'll save that for another day. But for now, I really just wanted to focus on maximizing our time. I've been putting out these pictures every day of my family. It's kind of a shtick I've been doing with my kids, kind of just engage them, and it's fun every day to come up with a different creative picture that we could take as a family. But the message is always carpe diem, seize the day. And I think it's a powerful message. The clock is always ticking. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of great things we can do in terms of kindness for others, in terms of Torah, in terms of mitzvos. Every day of life, Hashem blesses us, enables us to get out of bed in the morning, is an opportunity, is a huge opportunity to conquer the world, to do amazing things. And it behooves each of us to kind of watch over our time very carefully and to make sure that we maximize it and use it properly. And particularly as we transition back into regular life, although I know it's not exactly regular life, we celebrate, great accomplishments. I saw people posting, I went to a restaurant, things that we took so for granted are kind of, we're easing into slowly. But it's really something to think about in terms of the value of time. I saw recently in Mishpacha magazine, my colleague at the OU, Rabbi Stephen Weil, wrote a piece about some of the lessons from coronavirus. And he made a fascinating point. He was reflecting that so many of us spend so much time on Shabbosim. We go to shul and we daven, and then we go to Kiddush and we schmooze, and then we host guests. And the truth is, even on a long Shabbos, you can basically, if you want to chop a nap in, you can basically have an entire Shabbos where there's almost no time for any serious introspection or thought or reading or learning. If you have to get up really early before shul if you want to accomplish these things, and it's really something to think about. I don't have it all worked out, but it's something to think about in terms of we certainly yearn to have guests again and connect with people. It's something that we dearly miss, and our Shabbatot are lacking because of that. But on the other hand, there really has been a tremendous opportunity for growth, for intellectual stimulation, for reading, for learning. I've really had the opportunity to read things that I've really wanted to read for a long time and just haven't had the time. And now, even with going back to shul, there's less time, but there's still time. And I think we all have to kind of make this calculation for ourselves, where we can save time, where we can steal time, and where we can find time. There's a big concept of kvias itim la Torah, setting aside or designating time for Torah study. But kvias itim means you have to chop, you have to grab the times, you have to find the downtime and make use of it. And that's something that's a great challenge, and something that I'm going to miss, frankly, about the interesting times in which we've lived over the last few months, and hope to continue to think about how I can, in my own life, discover more and more time each and every day to do great things, do meaningful things, do things that are meaningful to me. And I wish you the same, the bracha of finding the time to accomplish great things. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.